Viraj comes to the corridor hearing some noise but does not see anyone there. Hauri's cat chases a mouse. Vrinder gets out from the mouse's body the moment it steps out of the palace. She looks panicked. Viraj is sitting next to Sitara holding her hand. "How will I spend my entire life without you?" He cries but caresses her head. "Nothing has happened to you. I won't let anything go wrong." He kisses her on her forehead. Hauri has promised that she will give you a new life. He lets go of her hand and it falls down lifelessly, shocking Viraj. Albeli asks Vrinder why she looks so worried. "Did you find out what is going inside the palace?" Vrinder shares that the cat ruined her plan before she could find out anything. Albeli finds the atmosphere around palace strange. Vrinder finds Viraj's behavior strange. He just lost his wife but he looks so calm and composed. "We have to find out what's in that room before anything happens." Next morning, Ranisa offers prasad to Viraj and Hauri. Hauri asks for 2 laddus as she is a guest. Ranimar gives her puja thal. She notices Yamini's high veil. Yamini tells her it is fine this way. Even Hauri calls it new trend. Ranisa introduces Yamini to Hauri. She came from Germany last night itself. Hauri and Yamini greet each other. Hauri points out that people worship people tree tomorrow. "You will do it, right?" Ranisa shakes her head but Hauri convinces her for the puja. Yamini tells her against it but Ranisa points out that puja can only bring out great results. Hauri offers to manage everything. "I very well know what is needed for the puja. I will give the list to Viraj in case I need anything." Ranisa smiles. Samrat stops Hauri's way while she is walking in the corridor. She tells him to step aside but he is curious to know more about her. She tells him she isn't interested. He holds her hand as she turns to go. He asks her to tell her name. She whistles because of which a bird enters in the palace. Samrat appreciates her style but the bird shits on him just then. Hauri manages to run away. Samrat decides to meet her after taking bath. Hauri does some chants. She feels her powers aren't working today. Viraj asks her to cure Sitara like she promised. She tells him not to worry. Sitara will be fine. "Sit down." Viraj goes to a corner while Hauri continues with her ordeals. She suddenly starts strangling Sitara which shocks Viraj. He has to push her away from Sitara. "Are you out of your mind? I called you here to cure her and not kill Sitara." Hauri glares at Viraj. "Don't give any suggestion if you don't know anything." He asks her if this is how she will treat Sitara. Hauri checks Sitara's pulse. "Check it yourself if you don't trust me." He checks Sitara's pulse too and is surprised. Hauri looks away. He apologizes to her for misunderstanding her. She leaves from there without a word. Viraj kisses Sitara on her forehead and then follows Hauri. Hauri is looking at the photos keenly. She stops near one photo and rubs it clean. She recognizes the eyes as Viraj's. Viraj resembles that particular ancestor. "I still cannot forget that day. It is as if it was just yesterday." Flashback shows Viraj and Sitara, the ancestral couple, sitting under a peepal tree. He holds her hand as she gets up to go. She tells him someone will see but he does not mind it. "Everyone would know how much I love you." Hauri is watching them from behind the tree as Viraj kisses Sitara. Hauri says, "You ignored my love as if it does not exist. You think it is a game? See what I will do now." Viraj goes to bring rose flower for her. Meanwhile, Hauri comes from behind and slits Sitara's throat. Sitara shouts out to Viraj who runs towards her in concern but it gets too late. She breathes her last in his arms. Hauri tells him that he snatched his Sitara. "Only I have a right on your love now." He refuses to love Sitara's killer ever. "You won't even get my shadow in this birth." She tells him she loves him very much but he curses her to be locked inside this peepal tree till the time she saves Sitara's life in future. She begs for mercy and accepts her mistake. He repeats his words. She gets pulled, caught inside the peepal tree right in front of Viraj's eyes. Flashback ends. Haurili says I will spare Sitara's life in this birth, but my second condition will change everything. She is my ace card. My second condition will change my fate. Recap: Ranisa asks everyone to come on time for tomorrow's puja. Vishkanyas decide to peek inside the mystery room when everyone is busy in the puja. I will find out its secret. Next morning, everyone is busy in puja. Vishkanyas enter inside the palace.